Welcome back to Let's Play Super Mario 64 here at Trippy Commentaries. I'm RJ here with C-Dub. We are wrapping up one of the best games for the Nintendo 64. In fact, we have 100 stars. There's 20 more to go, so it's really the last episode that we can kind of have a chill approach to and just go to whatever level that we want. After this, we're going to be forced to get some of the hardest stars in the game, including a lot of the 100 coin stars. So let's go ahead and figure out what we're going to do here, C-Dub. What are you thinking? I know we have to go to Hazy Maze Cave, so we'll probably want to venture there at some point. Which level do you think we should tackle first?
I'm not really sure, man. Why don't we take a look at our star list and see exactly which stars we have left?
All right. What do we have left here? We have everything done in Whomp's Fortress, of course. Jolly Roger Bay. We still have to actually get 100 coins as well as one more star there. Cool Mountain, we have an interesting star to get, Corey, where we have to rebuild the snowman. Let's see here. Of course, Hazy Maze Cave.
Why don't we go ahead and maybe go rebuild the snowman real quick?
All right, let's do it. It is right over here. Cool Mountain. This is a little bit challenging of a level to get 100 coins in as well, so we still have that left to do. Snowman's lost his head. C-Dub, do you remember this one at all?
Oh, absolutely, man. This is one of the more memorable stars from this level, along with the race with the big penguin. I think anybody who's played this probably remembers it. You're just you're going to go over here to this platform and talk to the head over here. You may have to do some acrobatics to get back up there, or perhaps use the teleport down here. But basically, you're going to go talk to the big snowman head, and of course, down below at the end of that slope that you go down is a snowman's body, and you just got to basically stand right in front of the body in just the right spot, and the head will follow and roll right into it. And the snowman will come back and bring you a star.
He's in need of a good body. Interesting star. I think they probably could have did a little bit better with this one as far as building a snowman, but cool nonetheless. As the snowball heads down the mountain, it gets bigger and bigger, collecting snow. So that's a pretty cool angle for sure. And it's definitely not too difficult of a star to get as... Oh, looks like it disappeared. I believe you have to beat it to the actual head.
Yes.
Alright, so Corey recommended to cheat and jump off the ledge. Seems to be an excellent tactic to use, as we have made it here well before the rolling ball. So, let's see. So we talked to the head here. His body's melted away. Do you think this is going to be the right place to stand, C-Dub?
I don't think so, man.
Oh, fuck. Alright, so let's try to hurry up and get in front of the ball as it, damn, it accelerates rather quickly. But looks like this is our chance to try to sneak ahead of it, as I know it takes a while to turn around this corner. Let's try to stay nice and slow for it and try to direct it to the head. Alright, buddy, right over here, and thank goodness, Corey, it worked. We finally found out how to do it. He better give us a star.
The snowman is going to go the way of Frosty if he does not make with the star immediately.
Yes, we will take him to Shifting Sand Lands or Lethal Lava Lands and see how he fares there. We can get the hell out of here, and let's go ahead and make our way over to the very first Bowser level, as I believe I have yet to get the 8 red coin star there. Let's go check it out. Here we are, back into the very first Bowser level. I've actually been meaning to ask you about these levels, Corey. This is the first time that you've actually been part of the commentary inside of one of the 3 Bowser stages. I love these levels. I think they're extremely epic. The music is great, and the platforming challenges are some of the best in the game. What do you think about the 3 Bowser stages here in Super Mario 64?
I definitely agree with all of those sentiments you just brought up. You know, this first one is probably the most memorable to me, just because I've played it so many times. I pretty much have it memorized. Um, but again, you know, this is a you know, this is it really brings that this is the final showdown feel to it, much like the other Mario games had in the past. Perhaps better than any of the Mario games in the past. Of course, this being our first foray in 3D. I really like how they did the weird, kind of trippy background for the level. And of course, it's just all suspended up in the air.
Yeah, these levels, now looking back on it, really remind me of the levels that you see in this game's sequel, Super Mario Sunshine. C-Dub, I know that's going to be a cool playthrough for us to do because it'll be the first time that you've beaten the game will be in our live playthrough. And they also remind me of some of the things that you've seen in the Super Mario Galaxy series as well. So this seems to be a little bit of a precursor, and I definitely like the direction that they took Mario when it comes to levels with this design. Can't you, I'm sure you can see a similarity between, oh damn this red coin, between this and the Super Mario Galaxy levels.
Oh, most definitely, man. That was one of my favorite things about the Mario Galaxy games. Is it's as I described to a friend, it's like Super Mario 64 on steroids.
Yes.
You know, it's just it takes all my favorite things about the 3D platforming and ramps it up, adds in the crazy effects. I mean, it's definitely a tough call for me between Mario 64 and the Mario Galaxy games as far as which really is my favorite of all the 3D platformers.
Yeah, I mean, it really is. You have to have the nostalgia goggles on it, on if you definitely want to pick this game over the Galaxy series because the Galaxy controls are just so on point compared to this. But this is still probably my favorite game as far as environments are concerned. I just like how they seem like straight up Mario 3 levels just put into 3D. Really like that quite a bit as we almost have all the red coins here. I remember the first time I played this level, I tried to get them a couple times before getting annoyed, and we'll definitely have to get it now. As there it is, star number 102. This is a very hard game to play live in some aspects as you do not want to fuck it up after going through all that. We now must do a couple more platforming challenges to get to the star and say goodbye to this level for good. Corey, what do you think about the actual Bowser battles themselves? I have a hard time with them.
You know, in some aspects, it's kind of a pain in the ass with the camera. But I mean, at the time, it was so innovative, man. And again, like you said, nostalgia goggles. But I think it still holds up as a pretty cool boss fight. I mean, pretty much everything previous to that. We had only seen Mario take on Bowser either by chopping down the bridge with an axe and Bowser falling into the lava, or of course Bowser doing the stomp thing onto us, trying to stomp on us and go through the bricks in Mario 3. And then Super Mario World, of course, we had the Bowser and his little floating creation of doom throwing the Mecha Koopas at you. And of course, you just hit him with those. But this was the first time that we had really went hand to hand with Bowser.
Yeah, good point. That's true. And this is one of the best designed Bowsers as well. Didn't really have a ton of competition at this point, and the designs got a heck of a lot better as the game series continued. But this was definitely a whole new look for Bowser and took him to the next level for sure. We had to jump into Tiny Huge Island, C-Dub. We have to find the itty bitty secrets or something like that. I don't think this star should be too difficult, as I remember finding a lot of these the last time we were exploring this area. And hopefully this can be an easier star for us to get in this episode. Do you have anything more to say about this level other than it reminds you of that level from Super Mario Bros. 3?
It most definitely does, because of that damn fish, of course, who comes up and gulps you up, and that's the end of you. That was always such a pain in the ass, those levels in Mario 3, and I was, as a child, mortified of that giant fish, so it was always cool later as a teenager to go back and play this and see that godforsaken fish again. It still created that same sense of panic, but it wasn't quite as frantic in its movements in this game as it was in Mario 3, so it wasn't really quite as threatening.
No, Phew, man, the one in Mario 3 was definitely pretty scary. But yeah, this will be the first time we head into this level, as we've already gotten the 100 coin star here. This is the last star for us to get. The one thing I really remember about this level is this was the level a lot of people talked about when they first got the game. I unfortunately did not get the game right away. It took me a while to finally get a Nintendo 64. It was one of those games that everybody would talk about, but unfortunately I was kind of left in the dark as I didn't get to play it for quite some time. But just everybody talking about this level in particular just really made me want to play the game. I remember my stepbrothers, who had played quite a bit of it, they used to say about how you had to climb the mountain and then jump into a pipe to shrink it, and then you know, have to drain the water to fight Wiggler, and you know, just really sounded so epic. And it was a game I could not wait to play. And when I actually did play it, it totally, you know, was worth the wait. And that's just one of the levels that I remember hearing about before I actually played the game. And it reminds me of that time when I did not play Mario 64. Now, you know, I've played the hell out of the game, and we're about to beat it for the channel. We're about to do another 100% playthrough, of course, another one for myself. So I would say at this point, I've fully conquered the game, to say the least. But man, there was a day where I couldn't wait to play it. I just definitely, every time I just saw it, a commercial for it on the TV, or you know, anybody playing it at a store, it just made me jealous, and I couldn't wait to get my own Nintendo 64. It took a long time. What about you, Corey? Did you get to play the game right away, or did it take a while for you to jump into it as well?
Well, I mean, I got to play it pretty early, you know, in the Nintendo 64's existence. I remember one of my cousins got it for Christmas in '96, and I was one of those guys who went PlayStation. That I ended up going with that Christmas. And you know, this game was one of those things that kind of made me regret my decision as a always being a major Nintendo guy, NES, Super NES. But you know, later on, I ended up getting it on my own and really get to dive into it and sit down and get the full, you know, full immersion, full experience. It was definitely cool, just like you said, just playing it over at friends' houses and stuff like that. And it definitely created that same sense of anticipation for me as well to go out and get a Nintendo 64. I'm pretty sure I ended up mowing quite a few lawns that summer that I did get the Nintendo 64 finally on my own.
Yes, definitely took me a long time. And even when I did get a Nintendo 64, I could only afford one game. That was Ocarina of Time. So that was the first game that I got. So it still took me a while to get Mario 64, even when I finally bought the system, as we were young bucks back then, kind of challenging getting 60 bucks. Alright guys, let's go ahead and figure out how to get this star, and we can get out of this level once and for all. Okay, so we've made it over to this part of the island. I seem to remember having to hit this switch, and hopefully this will possibly give us a way over. Let's see, here's a bridge. It seems to be heading in the right direction. Damn the camera, making it way harder than it has to be, but we made it. Sayonara, tiny huge island, you will be missed. As it's going to be a long time before I pick up this game and head into that level again. That's for sure. C-Dub, it is time to head to Hazy Maze Cave. Hopefully we do not get lost. I don't believe we've actually went into that level with you on board the commentary here. What's your opinion about Hazy Maze Cave?
Well, it's definitely one of the more challenging levels in the game. It's pretty memorable. There's some pretty challenging platform elements to it. It's one of the levels that I always sort of actively avoided going and get the stars in.
Yeah, that's for sure. Kind of the same way here, as I'm sure you guys can tell that we have 103 and we still have many more stars to get inside there. So definitely a level I've kind of been avoiding. In fact, many of the stars we have remaining are ones that we've been avoiding. So, you know, we got to do it eventually. Now's the time. We only have 3 stars here at the cave. And looks like we're going to have to choose one of the 3 others to get. They're telling us to get Metalhead Mario Can Move. I think, oh man, I can't even remember where that is. I think that might be where the Loch Ness Monster is, but I'm not sure. I probably should have showed you the stars we already had, Corey, and maybe you could have remembered possibly where some of them are that we have yet to get. But let's go ahead and head down, as I think that's where we have to go. Let's check it out. It can't hurt to go check out the Loch Ness Monster area. I believe it's right around the corner here. Yes, there's a star we have to get there. We just passed it up. That one's not too difficult. I think that's at a second exit at the actual Hazy Maze area of the Hazy Maze Cave. Down here we are going to find the mystical beast, and perhaps we have to use the metal cap up here, follow the path, and maybe that will take us to another star. Man, this place really is a maze, Corey.
Yeah, most definitely. You know, you may have to pick up some more coins because this Loch Ness Monster may want about Tree Fitty.
Yes. Okay, this does have a path. Okay, it's going up here. Yes, it has opened up a secret door. Let's see what we have behind it. As we suspected, it indeed has a star. Thank goodness we can get one more and be on our way. As I think we will jump back into this level. We do have to venture into the Hazy Maze. I remember actually trying to figure out where the other exit was. It was a little bit difficult to find. So we'll have to venture in there and see if we can figure out the right way to go. We will meet you back at the Hazy Maze area of the cave. Here we are. Let's jump into the Pit of Despair. Lucky for us, we now have the metal cap box available, so we can at least use that to survive the haze a little bit. C-Dub, do you have any idea where this is going to be?
Yeah, you're going to hit this metal box and basically head this direction. Continue north here.
Okay.
That'll be to the left.
Oh, all right.
Eventually what you'll find is you'll find a ledge up there that you can jump up onto. It's kind of hard to spot, but once you do spot it, you're just going to do the backflip up there, and you should be able to go through that door, and I do believe it'll lead us right where we need to go.
I do see a door here, or it looks to be some sort of an entranceway. You know, I know we've gotten one of these. Hopefully this is the right one to get, as it is leading us to an elevator. Perhaps this will raise us directly into the room we just went through. Yes, Corey, well done. You led us in the right direction. We found star number 106, or I'm sorry, 105. The last star in this episode is going to be yet another annoying star, as we have to get the 8 red coins here in the wing cap level. C-Dub, I've been avoiding this one like the plague, and hopefully I can get this, as I do not like the wing cap controls too much at all. As I kind of mentioned before, I think it could have used a bit of like an acceleration button or something like that. In fact, I think we're already going to have to redo this. Let's try this again, guys. Okay, so here we are once again. There is a trail of coins here, so hopefully we can just wrap around with these, taking us to all the red coins. The one thing I'm worried about, of course, is that the wing cap will disappear on us. C-Dub, do you have any advice in this annoying level? Ah, damn it, I missed one.
You got to hit them all, man. It's really tough. You may be able to cycle back around here and get this one. hopefully you can, but there's not a lot of room for error. This is one of the trickier ones, but I felt like this was a pretty good training ground for the wing cap.
Unfortunately, we ran out of time, and we're going to have to try it again. Fuck this place. I hate this damn star. C-Dub. The one thing we can say, I remember we were talking about the PlayStation earlier, and one thing we'll have to do is have sort of a PlayStation versus N64 video, maybe retrospective of some sort. But there was one game that, finally, I got the last coin there and got the star. There's one game that reminded me a lot of Mario 64 because it was also a 3D platformer, was Crash Bandicoot. That game, I believe, came out before Mario 64, but it was like Mario 64 just, you know, of course, shit all over Crash Bandicoot. It did a ton of more three-dimensional stuff, as Crash Bandicoot was almost a bit of a 2D platformer in disguise. Did you ever play that game?
Yeah, I did. That wasn't one of the games that I picked up with the PlayStation. It was a good game, but, you know, like you said, man, Mario 64 just, to me, I mean, no offense if there's anybody out there who's a big Crash Bandicoot fan, but to me, it's hard to beat this game right here as far as platforming on this generation.
Yeah, now I'm a pretty big Crash Bandicoot fan. I think Crash Bandicoot has nothing on Mario, that's for sure. But that's the end of this episode, guys. We currently have 106. We are coming towards the end of the game. Probably a couple more episodes left in the playthrough. Thank you so much for joining us. Make sure to stay tuned to the next episode. Peace out. See you guys there.